It was Jesus' prayer that we would come together and be one. But there was more. In his prayer, he said, "I pray they will be one, so the world will know." Jesus gives us a purpose to gather around, that the world would come to know and love him. We're reminded of this every time we look at the cross.
The cross reminds us that sin has a remedy, that Jesus is who he says he is.
We have forgiveness for our past, power for our present, and hope for our future.
He gave his life for us so we could give our lives for him.
We're on a mission to make disciples.
Every man, woman, and child, young and old, rich and poor, is unbelievably valuable to God and worth every effort to reach them with the message of Jesus.
And so we converge around the cross. We converge to tell what Christ has done for us and to make it known in our neighborhoods, our workplaces, our communities, around the world. We know what he has done, and we know what he has asked us to do. We start churches because the message of Jesus through the church brings hope to the world. We're committed to starting missionally minded churches in every people group and community. We start churches that start churches to see lives change with Christ's love and truth. We strengthen churches. Strong churches are led by strong leaders, so we equip leaders to expand their ministry impact and fulfill the unique calling God has given them. We send people. Many of us anticipate the second coming of Jesus, but many in the world still haven't heard of his first coming. While we want all people to know Jesus, we focus on the least reached peoples of the world. We equip national leaders to create movements that impact individuals, communities, and regions through the power of the gospel. This is what we do. This is who we are. We start and strengthen churches together worldwide, so the world will know Jesus. We are Converge.
Good morning, Community Church. I'm so glad to be here this morning. My name is Ken Nabi. I'm the regional president of Converge Great Lakes. It's the network family of churches that your church is a part of, and I'm really honored to be here with you this morning. Converge Great Lakes is about 125 churches around the state of Wisconsin and the UP, and you have a family of churches that you're a part of. Maybe you're not even aware of that. Sometimes people ask me, what is Converge exactly? And what we like to say is we want to help more people meet, know, and follow Jesus. And the way that we do that is we start and strengthen churches together worldwide. And so I want to thank your pastor, Alan, and for Pastor David as well for their faithfulness in being leaders, not just here in your church, but in our movement. Your church has a rich heritage going all the way back to Pastor Steve Johnson and his founding of this church in 1985. I was at Community Church in Fond du Lac, which was started by his brother, Pastor Paul. And from our two churches, literally hundreds and hundreds of churches have been started. And so you have a rich heritage around reaching not just your community, but our state and even beyond with the gospel of Jesus. And so Converge Great Lakes, we aim to help churches become healthy. I've become convinced in my role as the regional president that we need healthy pastors working with healthy boards, and when they're working together on a God-honoring vision, then the church will be healthy and impactful in its community. And something that's healthy and alive always reproduces. And so my job is to help resource your pastors and board to be dynamic and vital in the calling that God has given to them. And so I'm here today in part just to thank you for your faithfulness in leadership, for your support in our movement, and for all that's going on. There's so much excitement here in the state of Wisconsin and the UP. Amazing things that God is doing. You know that here in your church, but around the state and even around the world, Converge is having an impact with the gospel of Jesus. And so thank you for your faithfulness. I want you to know that my office is behind the scenes helping your pastor and your board try to become all that they can and all that God intends for them to be. And so thank you for your support and for your investment in our movement.